up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Got a boxing recap of last night's highly anticipated rematch between Sergey Kovalev and Andre Ward. Wow. What a fight. What a interesting climax. Let's get into it. I'm going to be honest. After the first round, it seemed like Kovalev was pressing the action. Andre Ward was moving off his back foot. He was getting pressed a lot. I was a little concerned. I was definitely a little concerned. Kovalev was coming out strong. He was coming out throwing the jab with conviction. He was getting distance. Ward was landing shots every now and again, but he wasn't able to mount an offense, if you get what I'm saying. He was landing a shot here, landing a shot there, but it didn't look like he was in control of the fight. It looked like the ring generalmanship in the beginning of the fight in the first round. Definitely, you could tell it was Sergey Kovalev, and it was more of the same in the second round. It was almost like Kovalev was controlling the distance and everything, and then kind of like Andre Ward was kind of pot shotting him, hitting him here in the body. But he was, I'm gonna tell you right now, from the first round on, Ward was definitely throwing shots to the body. I think he thinks that's a soft spot for Kovalev. That's what made him gas in the first fight, and it makes sense to go back to the same thing that was working for you. So he was landing shots here and there, but it was Kovalev controlling this with jab, overhand rights. He was looking very comfortable in there those first 3 rounds. I don't have Ward winning a round in those first 3 rounds. I think Kovalev was controlling everything. I was actually very concerned of how Ward was being kind of walked down. He was defending himself. It wasn't like he was getting blitzed or anything, but it's just like, ooh, you just didn't know what to expect. It was a little bit concerning. And in the fourth round, Kovalev is still doing his thing, catching Ward with a couple of big punches. Ward was still, he landed a couple clean shots in there, landed a left, landed a good few good body shots, but it was still Kovalev kind of controlling the fight. And then you're kind of figuring like, this is kind of how it went the first fight. And then you're always in the back of your head, if you watch the first fight, you're wondering if Kovalev is going to gas. So the first fight he gassed about the 5th round. So we're like, okay, he got these first 4 rounds. He's strong. His power is definitely at its peak in those first few rounds. Okay, now we're going to see what happens. That was 25% of the fight. So let's see what happens now. So now going into the 5th round, that was the point where everybody was kind of watching to see if Kovalev was going to actually be tired or start slowing down. That was actually around where Ward actually landed an outstanding left hook during an exchange. And then that's when the things started picking up. After Ward landed that clean shot, they started to mix it up a little bit and started to let their hands go a bit. And then 6th round, Ward started to pick it up a little bit. I'm not going to say Kovalev was slowing down, but Ward started to pick it up. His work rate started to increase. And throughout this whole fight, Kovalev was outlanding Ward, but it wasn't by like significant numbers. It's by like 10 punches he was landed. It was a very tactical fight. Let's not be fooled, people. These are 2 elite fighters. Anybody else in there with them would have got completely annihilated. Besides maybe Adonis Stevenson, which Adonis Stevenson. All right, I'm off of that. I digress. So Ward's technique started to really show beginning in round 6, where if Kovalev made a slight mistake, Ward started to counter perfectly with body shots, shots to the head, punching over the jab. He started to really show his level of technique in there and his boxing acumen and IQ. It started to pick up. He started to almost time things, and I feel like the fight started slowing down for Ward, where he could see things differently after about that 6th round. And I don't think I saw Kovalev really slow down. I just saw Ward was picking his shots better, getting better shots, and he was getting the timing down. So I'm not going to say he was slowing down. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The 7th and 8th round are extremely interesting, and they're going to be controversial, and people are going to say what they want to say. So this is the round where everything changed. The complexion of the fight completely went left. What happened in the 7th round, Andre Ward was warned for low blows, and whatever he did or however he punched him, it seemed like it just took the wind right out of Kovalev. Like, it just seemed like whatever energy he had stored, it just took it right out of him. It was probably a borderline shot, to be honest, but I think it was legal, but barely legal. But whatever that did, that changed the complexion of the fight, because Kovalev was never the same. Once Ward saw how much that hurt him, he came right back to it. And Kovalev had to get on his bike a little bit, and Ward started chewing that body like a wild man. And then in the 8th round, Ward pressed Kovalev, went straight to that body, caught him with a clean shot, went straight to that body, and just was relentless with the body attack. And Kovalev couldn't defend himself. He was slumped in the middle of the ropes. He just kind of slumped there. He wasn't doing anything. He was just kind of holding his stomach. And then Tony Weeks stopped it. He said he could have went on after, but you weren't doing anything, bro. You were just sitting there holding your stomach. Like, you're definitely gonna be peeing blood sometimes too, because that was crazy. Ward went ham on your body, but I don't see why he said he could fight on. He wasn't complaining afterwards, and he wasn't defending himself when you're sitting in the middle of the ropes holding your stomach with both hands. Like, come on, bro. This was an outstanding performance by Andre Ward. He said a knockout, but I mean, boxers always say a knockout, but for a knockout against this quality of opponent, nobody wanted to fight Sergey Kovalev. Let's be real. The people that fought him had no chance. They just had heart. Like Pascal and people like that had heart, but they had no chance because of his power and his skill set. Andre Ward is the truth. Like, I mean the truth on a different level. Like, he needs to be spoken up there with the all-time greats. This was outstanding performance. He is cleaning house. He is number 1 pound for pound, period. Period. And Lomachenko, you need to go see Gary Russell again, or like you should do Rigondeaux. Then you can get back to number 1, in my opinion. Since they're going to put you up there, might as well fight the best. Andre Ward did it. Let's see what you're going to do now, Vasil. Congratulations to your number 1 pound for pound fighter, Andre Ward, on an outstanding performance, and a truly, like, this could transcend his career. This was the legacy fight for Andre Ward. This was awesome. Awesome display of technical expertise from a man that's not known for knockout power. He just picks his shots very well. This is super impressive. Salute to you, Andre Ward, number 1 pound for pound boxer, in my opinion, from what you've done and your body of work. I'm just saying. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. This is my recap of Andre Ward versus Kovalev 2 at Mandalay Bay last night. Wow.